Are we live? That's the question. Let's take a look. Streaming. Is the camera frozen again? I truly hate this camera so much and this software. It freezes so much, it's unbelievable. Okay, I'm back. Let's take a look. What is everybody saying? Does everybody see me? Is the question. Okay. I think we're good. Yo, I'm seeing the chat now. I think there's a way to embed the chat in OBS. Let me pull that up so everyone can see the chat. Username in your channel, name, love chat. Oh, I hear myself talking now in that chat. That stream, okay. Click plus on sources. Go to some sources, choose browser. Name it chat. Click OK. URL. Okay. Is that going to work? Shit. Okay, battery is out on the camera. Man, I can't win. I'm just going to switch to this camera for now. Okay. Oh, wow, that's intense. That's quite zoomed in. Okay. There we go. It's at least a start. Today we're launching, boys. Sorry about getting this stuff all set up, man. This is not my forte. Not my normal thing. Let's go to YouTube and get the chat. Can we just grab the chat from YouTube? Sorry guys, I'm trying to make this chat like easier to read and see. Pop out chat. What if I do this? Will that work? It will. But now I just need it to be, change the background. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. On YouTube. Will this work? Apparently not. Whatever. It's not zoomed in enough. How the hell do I make this more zoomed in? Background color transparent. Yeah, it should be zoomed in. All right, first step, let's make this background transparent. And for that, since it's kind of a programming task, let's just do it together. What screen is this? Display capture. Let's do this one. Okay. Okay. First step is let's do this. So, what am I looking at here? Oh, I need to even add the chat to this one. Browser. Add existing chat. Okay, and here's all the CSS. Background should be transparent. That should work. Let's open our chat browser into a pop-out window. Add existing chat, and then let's see if we can. Okay, and figure out how to select all the CSS in this piece. Background should be transparent. That should work. Body. Let's open our chat browser into a pop. Let's make the background transparent. Am I crazy? Where's the whole? Oh, it's over here. But even so, you wouldn't really see anything under it. Minimize your screen a little bit. Like this. Yeah, I'd like to make this transparent, but I don't think we're going to be able to for now. Let's try making it wider. Is that better? No, it's worse. No. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it less wide, but a bit taller. In fact, we should go even more intense. Let's go like this. Even more intense. Let's go even less. Let's go 600 pixels. And okay. All right, whatever. This is good enough for now. I can't move this off the screen. Okay. All right, how's it going, everyone? Can you see the code? I should make this chat window a little bit smaller. How's everyone doing today? All right, I'm just making this pop-out chat so I can actually keep up with it myself. Yeah, you know what, man? This is way too hard to read. We're gonna make this 200. Wait, no, 700, but we're gonna make it size 200. And we're gonna do that. Color correction name. Click OK in the settings. Adjust the opacity slider. Color correction, name it. In the settings on the right. I don't see it. I must be doing something wrong. Also, if you hold down Alt on Mac and click and drag the edges, the corners, you can crop it a bit and make it occupy less space. This is good enough, right? Everyone can see like this chat. We don't get that many messages, so I think just showing less of the chat is fine because you can still read it. Okay. I would also like to pin like what the task is today, but we'll get to that, I think, eventually. And I would also like if this camera freaking worked, but it's out of battery. I'll fix it another time. Okay. So what are we doing today? Our goal is to launch. So yesterday night, I jumped on and showed everybody what we're working on. I've already showed multiple times, but why can't I move this chat to the screen? Here we go. Okay. So yesterday we decided to to launch a new product where we use our AI for here it is. If you can see the whole thing, so the chat's not in the way. We decided to launch our AI in email also. So we do email, or we do AI over voice and text to help people with sales, mostly for B2C companies. Today we're tackling launching a new product that's kind of like a really really modified version of the original product to basically launch this email product. So let me see really quickly. So so this is SuperCall. I showed this last night. Basically, this is the analytics page. I can come through the conversations here. I see every single conversation on the left-hand side. I can see all the sales. I can see the reason the customer dropped off. These are all fake phone numbers, so don't worry about it. I see like a conversation history, all that kind of stuff. And today, I also see like all the campaigns you created, all the AI agents, all this kind of stuff. Today, what we're doing is launching the other version of it, which is the email version, and I'm going to show that to you in a second. So we use PMPM, and it's a monolith. So we have 3 projects. We've got backend, front end, and then types. So backend run dev. Then I've got this terminal. Oh, you can't really see because I'm in the way. But you see here, I've got backend, front end, PMPM front end, run dev. And I've got a types file or folder. I could say PMPM types run build. I usually like to call this one types. And then this one is usually ngrok if we need to do some kind of tunneling. Is the code big enough for you guys to read, or should I make it bigger? Let me know what you guys think. I also would love if I could see the chat. There we go. Can't see 25% of the screen. It's annoying. I know. I don't know how to do this, guys. This is like, I don't know how anyone uses this kind of software. It's so trash, in my opinion. It's like, it definitely can do a lot of cool stuff. Don't get me wrong, but man, is it bad. Let's see, chat. Like, I put the background as transparent. I think Restream also has its own like merged chat. Let me grab it. Customize chat. Oh, okay. I can customize the chat in Restream. Message background transparency, opacity. Okay. Okay. I think I have something here, guys. I think I got it. Okay. Stick with me. All right, here we go. Changing this. Okay, how about this? That looks better. Send a message to see what happens. We are vibing. There we go. Okay, so you guys can see it. That looks better. That does look better. All right, I'm learning. Got the YC mug today. We're vibe coding. How many people here actually vibe code? Or do you write all the code from hand? And what tools do you use? Because I've never used Windsurf before, but I'm hearing some good things about it. Okay, whoops. What are these changes? These are changes to get it to build, fix build. So, well, I haven't even showed you the product yet. Let's take a look at the product really quickly. Okay, what are we even deploying today? Let's take a quick gander. And I also have a list of bugs we need to fix, so let's fix those too. I vibe coded to 110K in funding. Really? Send your project. I want to see it. Clearly I have a bug here. What's wrong? Oh, okay, what is it? Oh, we're not running Redis. I always get so many terminals down here because I just like, I name one for each kind of service we have going. Now watch. I didn't use any AI tool to vibe code yet, just to learn code. On the other coding streams, the streamer hides their cam and resizes the OBS. Yeah, I know. I've actually looked into this before, and man, like a year ago, and I'm pretty sure I got it to work. Is it no. Let me see if I can figure that out for you guys. I don't want it to be like too annoying. Let me look here. It's not buffering. There's like, what is it? There's like some kind of Chrome key, something like that. Output, is it on? No, audio, video. There's like a chroma key thing. Properties, no. Filters. There it is, chroma key. I don't know if this is actually on or not. All right, let's try something else then. Wow, that's scary. Custom color, key color. This is making it seem like it's gonna just based on what my background is, but my background is so different. Oh shit, okay, that's not right. What if I just bump up similarity? No. No, I don't know, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pay for some software to do this. Okay. I'm gonna put that on the back log and figure it out at some point. Let's keep this. Maybe we'll keep it over there. Man, why is this still not working? Oh. Okay, anyway, point is, we vibe coded this yesterday. Oh man, now the chat's too hard to read. I hate this so much. We vibe coded this yesterday, and basically, this is the landing page for the new product. So the main product is called Supercall. This is going to be called Over Deliver. The idea is, I'm really excited for this new line that I'm going to write here. But the idea is, we don't overpromise, we overdeliver. All the other AI companies are overpromising, but we're going to overdeliver. And we also have to change the logo, and we kind of vibe coded a logo yesterday too. Is this working? This looks like it's working now. Let's come back and see. Okay, so we got conversations, calls. We actually can switch between light and dark mode. I know, had to do it to them. Conversations, you can see here, these are all going to be like test conversations whenever it loads. Here we go. You can see AI sends an email. The person responds, when are you free? The AI gets all the booked meetings, so it knows when the person's free. It replies. The person says, let's do 4 p.m. The AI books the meeting. And then it creates draft messages for the human to approve. I'm going to move my thing so you can really get a look at that. So here's what happens. Like I get a Slack message that says, hey, there's a new email ready to go out. I click on it. It opens this. The email's already written. I just have to click send. And it's already checked my calendar availability because it's already integrated with my Slack, my calendar, pretty much everything. All that kind of stuff. So, whoops. Let me move this back here. All right. We also have like filters. You know, you can sort by only like the actual ones that booked meetings. You can sort by all. You can sort by minimum number of responses. So like, you know, minimum number of emails that the person responded to us with. You can do start and end dates. You can search. You can create new inbox managers. So you just connect your like inbox and then it works. But we only integrate right now with Instantly. Instantly is an AI, not an AI, sorry. It's an inbox basically sequencer. So you basically load in a bunch of emails that you want to message, and then you describe some sequence, like reach out to these people every day or two and ask them if they're interested in my product. And believe it or not, 90% of like B2B sales is done this way, which is crazy, like over email. I'll click into this inbox manager here. You'll see I've got a campaign name. I've got a calendar integration with Google Calendar. I've got the campaign information. I've connected the Instantly campaign called outsourcing. I have like a lead magnet URL. This is something that we're going to email the lead when they sound interested. We've got notifications based into Slack, and we have a test function. This is not going to work because it says I have unchanged. Detected changes, which is actually a bug. So we do have to fix that too. It's one of the things that we have to fix. We have a whole laundry list of things to fix, including maybe first and foremost, we got to get rid of this. It says super call, but this new product is going to be called over deliver. So this is what I was working on yesterday. What do you think? Here are a few different variants we've come up with AI. This is probably the best one, to be honest with you. I'm going to just download it. And, you know, it's crazy though. Like the one that Lovable created, it's just the text. It kind of looks pretty good. So we might end up just using that. Yeah, you'd have to have a solid color background or use a plugin. Yeah, I know. Those plugins, though, man, they're a pain in the ass. Like, I need to figure out how to do that. I haven't seen you stream in months. Is that true? Yeah, I haven't streamed in months. I haven't streamed in a long time. I haven't streamed in like a year. I am no longer at Pear. That's correct. I started a new company. It's called Supercall. Based in San Francisco. Pear moved to New York, and I didn't feel like it was the right move for me, so I wanted to move back to SF. So left and started a new company. Still on good terms with everyone there, though. All right, so we've got our job cut out for us today. Here's my render. We've got a production environment for Supercall and a staging environment, but we also need to create this new one for this new product. Theoretically, could I run it on the same? Yeah, I don't want to. Separation of concerns and all that. But I'm thinking, man, can I just duplicate this? That would be really nice if I could just duplicate it. I gotta be careful about what I show here. I don't know, man. I don't think I can just duplicate it. That would be a lifesaver. Because there's API, like most of the environment variables are going to stay the same. New web service. I think that's what we're doing here. New web service. let me do this on another screen just to make sure I don't expose anything. Okay. And then I have to select, we'll call this one over deliver. Project, language, branch. So here's the interesting one. Email. Where the hell is it? There it is. Email integration. I gotta check the build command on. This is why I wanted to duplicate the last one. We already have the build command set up, all that kind of stuff. Build and deploy. What's our build command? I think it's like kind of an intense one. Branch, root directory, build filters, Docker file. Oh, we just have a Docker file. Build command. I don't know. Where the hell is our build command here? Pre-deploy command, auto command. Is there a way to select like Docker? Maybe I should have done that back here. No, I don't see it. Yeah, there's no really reason for the whole like Saturn 5. Honestly, it was literally just the default that the AI came up with. I'm not sure I like it, so I think we'll probably change it. Most commonly used with monorepo. This should be backend. Build command, pnpm, run build, pnpm, backend, well, pnpm run, pnpm start, I think. Fuck it, let's see. I'm gonna have to add the environment variables at some point, and I'm gonna have to do that off camera, but I won't turn the stream off. I'll just do it on a different monitor. Oh, I don't know if SF is that much better though. I don't blame you for not wanting to live in New York City. It sucks. I actually don't mind New York. I think it's a really nice city. They wouldn't let you work remotely. No, they would. I think it was the right, like me and my co-founder wanted to work on different things. We wanted to live in different cities. And so it seemed like we kind of just wanted different things. So it made sense. They would have let me work remotely, of course. Render project source backend is missing. Yeah, okay. Well, clearly that was the wrong decision. Let's see what happens now. The only problem, so I was looking at Namecheap. Do you know that Namecheap has auctions? I've actually almost found some really cool domains here, like in the past 2 or 3 days. So I come to auctions, come down to name length of 7, no numbers, no hyphens, and only look for, .ai and .com. And we have some options here that I think are interesting. We've got straw.ai. It's just like completely irrelevant to the product, but maybe that's okay. Most of these are actually not very good. Huggy. Straw. There was one the other day, they were selling Zod.ai, and I almost got it. It ended up going for like $1,500, which is a crazy steal. Yo, bro, I'm new here. Welcome, man. To me, this volume level is loud. You just have a deep voice. Oh, I appreciate that. Let me turn the volume down. People were complaining about the volume being too low yesterday, which is why it's high. Is this a solo founder project? Yes. Yes, I'm a solo founder. Have been for about 8 months now, and we have a few customers. Believe it or not, mostly in LATAM. So it's been an interesting path. Why is there a Docker file option here, but there's not a Docker file option this one? This is a web service. I'm doing a web service. There's no Docker file option here. Let me make sure that I don't expose anything sensitive. How to deploy a Docker service on render. Maybe it was this that I was supposed to change. I don't feel like it was though. Web service, choose your Git repo. Under environment, select Docker. I don't see that. Do you guys see that option? Instance type maybe? No. Under environment, select Docker. .channel domain, Google just launched. So no longer with Y Combinator, planning to reapply to a new batch. No, I'm not a YC founder anymore. I mean, I'm technically a YC alum still, and always will be. But I don't think I'm going to reapply, at least not anytime soon. I definitely think it's worth doing a second time, but I think there are certain conditions where you get the most out of it, and I don't know if I have those conditions right now. Like, I'm a solo founder. I think when you have a co-founder and you have something approximating product market fit is the best time to do it. And I know they say you can apply anytime, and you can and should apply anytime, but you really get the most out of it if you have a product that's growing that you know you want to work on for the next 10 years. That's kind of my recommendation. Man, I don't understand why add environment. No, not add environment. Add service. New service. It is a web service. Public Git repo. Yeah, it doesn't let me change it. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is crazy. Let's just look. Render, deploy Docker. Deploying pre-built images, automated image builds, parallelized multi-stage build, customized Docker, CMD. Are they like describing what they like about Docker, or are they just going to tell me how to freaking do it? When creating a new render service, you can choose the Docker environment. It'll look like a Docker file in the root of this. It will look for a Docker file in the root of the selected repo. Is my Docker file in the root? Docker compose in backend apps. Okay. I think I know what's going on. So the root should be apps backend. Let's see. Is there a source around it too, or no? No. Man. Let's close that. What's your startup? Just take a screenshot of your dashboard and send it to ChatGPT. Yeah, I know that's... Dude, someone actually, now that I think about it, this was one of the project ideas. Nav by AI. Navbyai.com. This guy actually built it. I'm pretty sure I pay for this. Do I have a login for this? Yeah, clearly I do. Yeah, I don't remember my username and password for this, but this is basically what it does. Is it just walks you through how to do stuff on any website. It said it would detect my Docker file. I'm bootstrapping my business and I have no idea how many people do this whole YC or raising money thing. Do you prefer to be venture backed or self-funded? Okay, yeah, these are good questions. I think bootstrapping is better if you just want to make some money, like a side project. You just want to make an extra, like anywhere between 100K to $1 million. If you are really interested in solving a gigantic problem, then you should seriously consider raising venture capital, even though you might make less money. But if it's a big enough problem, you might make a ton of money. Since we're talking about AI drama, how do you see the future of vibe coding for game dev? I think game dev vibe coding is like one of the best implementations of coding, or of vibe coding, for sure. Vibe coding complex business logic is like risky, but like just making a game, making whatever you want, like that's cool. I like that a lot. I think that should definitely be encouraged. Okay, clearly this is working. Obviously not well, but at least it got further than before. Okay, it built itself. Cannot find module Zod. It didn't run npm or pnpm install. Build command. It's crazy. Docker file path. These guys have a Docker file path. This one doesn't have a Docker file path. I don't understand this, man. I'm very frustrated with this. Like I'm like this close to just emailing these guys and say this is the most ridiculous setup I've ever used in my life. Okay. Build command. Root directory. Is this set? No, it's not set. Instance type. Standard. Docker file. Docker file. And it's requiring that this build command is set. Well, pre-deploy command, start command, auto deploy. Well, I find this very annoying, but I'm just gonna do this. PNPM run install. Let's just see what happens. Tell me what your business is. I'm interested to see what you guys are working on these days. How is this coming along? Docker Compose. I mean, I do have a Docker Compose here. Docker file. Here it is. Dockerfile.api and Dockerfile.worker.
As an
I'm showing ads and I don't even get paid for them. Okay.
It's a free account. Just click on. If you want to use my option, we are using this particular option. We want to deploy an existing image from a registry. Alright. Click next. Then here you need to mention the name hub. And you'll see there is some I have to use, but we are going to. All right, we don't need.
I don't think this is what we need to do because it's still happening from GitHub. Supercall standard in Oregon. Environment. Shell scaling metrics. Logs. Okay, well maybe it's building, but like not correctly. You're gonna quit tech. Anyone thinking about not working? I've been a dev for years and wanted to exit tech. I've got around $1 million saved up in investments. Good job, good work. That's a lot of money. What would you do? What else would you do? My contrarian take on this is that everybody is like, everyone's pretty hard, and on like tech being such a shitty job, like, oh man, I want to quit and be a farmer, but it's like, man, do you know how hard farmers work? Like, we don't really work that hard in tech in comparison. That's my take. That's my contrarian take. Of course, it didn't work. Yeah, because pm start, I don't have that command anywhere. Because we're supposed to be doing this through Docker. It's possible they created a new environment type. New service. Static sites, cron jobs, Postgres, background workers. Or deliver. Settings. Region, instance type. Branch. I already changed this. Why did it change it back? I changed this too. Oh shit, did I change the main one by accident? I freaking hope not. No, I think it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. build filters, build command, auto deploy. Deploy Docker. How to deploy on render, see the docs. Okay, Docker on render. Render's preferred application delivery mechanism for an increasing number of applications. Render offers native support. Docker support includes deploying pre-built images, automating customized Docker CMD, full Docker ignore support. Docker also supports universal render features. Docker versus native runtimes. Docker builds on render. Render uses BuildKit engine to build your Docker files. Run your local builds with Docker, BuildKit, Docker 1. If your Docker requires private images, Render builds your Docker image on every push to your repo. Getting started with Docker containers. You can deploy Docker by adding it to your repo and creating a render service as usual. Render automatically detects Docker files at the root of your repo and suggests a Docker runtime for your app during service creation. Well, it didn't do that for us. Why does everyone try to make everything happen automatically? Don't do things automatically. I'll do things myself. Don't worry. You don't have to do it automatically. Because then you mess up and then I have to figure out what the hell to do to get your thing to not mess up. I have to anticipate what the hell you even did. Okay. Create new service. We're going to try this again. Super call. Node. Docker. No way. No way they put it under language. That's crazy. I'd focus on self-care and make content online or do some remote work. Maybe a chill remote job that's somewhat tech but not hardcore big tech dev. No, I'm not really, like, I'm just working on stuff I find interesting. I kind of have a feeling that, like, I'm pretty young for, like, I don't need to figure everything out right now. I don't need to basically set myself up for the rest of my life right now. If I just keep working on stuff I find interesting, the money will come. That's kind of how I feel like. I used to not feel like that, but, you know, you work in big tech for a bit, you kind of, like, the shininess wears off. All right, let's see if this works. I cannot believe they listed Docker as a language. Is that fair? Am I being crazy there? Or like, would everyone else assume Docker is the language? I don't know, man. That's annoying to me. I don't like that at all. Okay. I am going to have to add the environment variables here in a second. How do I, like, I'd also like to pin what the goal is. If I can pin comments. Can I pin comments? It would be nice if I could pin comments. I'm gonna see if I can customize the chat anymore. Why would I want to hide messages? Chat background opacity. Like, it's strange that, like, they don't, like, just change the color automatically. These are pretty ugly defaults, so I'm not gonna lie. But I think we might have to, so that it's readable. Okay. Let's update the OBS then. That's a bit better. It was too hard to read before. Okay, let's see how our new service is doing. Deploying. Still, that's a good sign. It didn't break immediately. It is building. Okay, that's good. That is good. And if that gets deployed correctly, I wonder if, oh shit, did I name it Supercall? No way. Did I actually name it that? Am I that dumb? Oh, I can edit it. Hi, how's it going? With YC, as I understand it, they give you a set amount of funding and you pay yourself out of that. How much were you paying yourself? That's a really good question. I ask founders this all the time, and the numbers change a lot depending on who you talk to, but the general range is like people in pre-seed tend to pay themselves like 60 grand a year. And people above that, depending on what city they live in, will pay themselves anywhere from like 80 grand a year to possibly like 120, somewhere in that range, 80 to 120. I pay myself 50 right now. And I didn't pay myself anything for the longest time, but because I raised $500,000 in funding, I decided, okay, well, it's just me. That's 10 years of runway at 50 grand a year. So I did it. Okay, cool. This error, dude, this is actually such a good idea. You guys should try this in your own projects. It's actually the other guy that came up with it. Look at this file. It uses Zod. Excuse me. It uses Zod and looks at all of the, here's the whole schema for like what the environment file should look like. And then he literally parses all the environment variables. So if you're missing any environment variables, the deployment will fail. Like it'll fail to build, which I thought was just genius because I always do this. I always forget environment variables. Now we're forgetting every single one here. So I'm gonna have to pull that off screen and paste in the environment variables. In the meantime, I'm happy to answer some questions. Also, I'm gonna heat up my coffee. It literally take me 20 seconds, so 1 second. Okay, I'm back. What y'all talking about? How do retirement accounts work when you're not a traditional 9-to-5 job? You have a solo 401k. Dude, you know what? You're gonna think this is crazy. I don't have a 401k. Since I left Microsoft, I don't have a 401k. I don't have any kind of retirement account set up. And yeah, that's about it. Like, what can you do? Man, there's such a big delay. All right, let's get back to it. let's create, what do they call it? An environment group. Create environment group. Add environment variable. I'm going to add these all from a .env, and then I'm going to pull this off screen. Okay. I'm going to create that environment group. And there you go. Now we've got over deliver, new environment group. I'll come back to the project itself, which, where the hell is it? Projects. Now we still don't have a database, so it's still not going to work correctly, but stick with me and let's link this environment group link. And then what we do is we re-kick off the build. And how do you see people in your industry reacting to devs using AI tools, like putting on your CV, portfolio, or funding pitches as for image of your brand? Is it frowned upon? Like how Hollywood Union reacted to AI scripts. Dude, build as much stuff as you can. Use AI for sure. Absolutely. Build as many cool things as you can, and as many valuable things as you can. Use AI as much as you can. Don't feel guilty about using AI. That's stupid. People in Hollywood aren't very smart. They haven't produced a good movie in like 20 years. So okay. I got to pull a new project so that we can edit this Lovable. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it on Lovable. I'm lazy. Okay, so here's what we did on Lovable yesterday. Instantly reply to emails with AI precision. Come down here. We got like a few things to do. Experience the magic yourself. It gives an example email. I say like, sup. Click generate response. It generates one. Blah, blah, blah. Now we're going to change this around. We're going to move this whole thing right here underneath the header. And then we're also going to make this AI generated response happen right here. So yeah, do you guys think that that Hollywood's making good movies? I mean, with exception to like Dune, maybe. Like, I don't think that Hollywood has really made any good movies in a long time. Maybe not 20 years. Okay, I'm exaggerating. But even Marvel, the peak of Marvel was over 5-6 years ago, right? Maybe 7 years ago now. Okay, so let's say the only thing is I don't like how this looks right now. It's okay, I guess. It's okay as an AI response. Let's the AI response email thread. Let's give a default value. The person can send. Also, the AI response should pop up right below initial email above the input box. I think I've already connected this to GitHub. Okay, we're gonna pull it, boys. Let's fucking pull it. All right, npm install. What happens in a computer architecture exam? I'm glad that you're deciding to spend your time with me. Ask me computer architecture questions. Maybe I can help you. Man, I don't even know. I don't think I ever took a computer architecture class. Is that like designs of circuits, or is that like designs of like like multi-tenant systems or something like that? Okay, npm run dev, and here's, oh, okay, we got localhost 8080. Okay, that looks pretty good. I haven't tried Claude Code or anything like that, but I kind of want to. Let's not for now. All right, what do we got here? We've got some database issues. That's what I told you would happen. We don't have a database. So now the question is, let's deploy the database. It's Postgres version 16. Okay. Let's go new service, Postgres, over deliver, whoops, DB, product over deliver, database name, user. Before I finish this, let's go to the environment group should be here. Why is it not listed here? I want to have the environment groups. Group name, manage, move group. I'm going to put it in over deliver. That way it pops up here. Perfect. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete all of the ones that say database, password, port, username, because we can always change this. Like, we can always come back and add them back in, but I have a feeling when I create this, it's going to want to just create the keys itself. And I kind of want it to do that too. Storage, $10 a month. Fine. I hope it doesn't give me the... Oh, I knew it was going to do that. Shoot, I can't show that. Oh, the database is not ready yet. Okay. Okay, it's still creating the database. In the meantime, what can we do next? Oh, the database, that was quick. Looks like it's done now. You know what, let me... Pretty sure it's assembly. That's what I thought. I thought it was assembly, but it sounds like it's not. How components of a computer system are placed and what their purpose is, like a blueprint. Okay, so it is like that. Yeah, I remember doing that. Okay. Okay, what can we do here? I've got the database internal, external URLs. You guys can't see this right now, but I just need to make sure that we don't accidentally leak the database credentials. DB username, password. Okay, username, host, password, port, and DB database. And database. Okay. Add variables, save. All right. We're back. Now we're redeploying the API, see if it connects correctly. And then another thing we have to do, we're going to have to connect the clerk instance. Are we going to use this new clerk? Yes, we're going to use a new clerk instance, and we're going to create a production instance. Oh, this is going to be a huge pain in the ass. This is going to be such a huge pain in the ass. I'm going to have to make a whole new clerk thing. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the other clerk and copy it over. Okay, here's the other clerk. Password. I'm pretty sure we have SSO for this. Yeah, we have SSO. Yeah, screw it. I'm not going to do SSO yet. What am I going to do? I'm going to grab the API keys, which I should not show you. These are the test ones. Okay, that's fine, but I need production ones too. So here's what I was saying. I bought, when I was talking about Namecheap, I ended up buying a new domain for this, but I'm not like crazy about it. It's overdeliver.io. That's what I purchased, but I'm not a big IO guy. I think if you can, being like a .com guy is huge. I think you make it's way better impression on customers. Okay, come on, give me these API keys. Okay. Let me just change these in my environment variable before I show you what I'm doing. Clerk. Publishable key, secret key. Okay, edit. Environment variable. Clerk secret key. Do I already have one of these? and a next public key. Okay. Here we go. What is our issue now? DB database. Yeah, well, we just changed that, so that should redeploy. It's funny that no matter how long a person has been doing this, you still find yourself saying, oh man, this is going to be a pain. Yeah, man. So much of this job is like, you know what to do, and you're just like, oh man, do I really have to do all of that? That's why I'm actually bullish on AI, because everyone else is complaining about it, like, oh, it's going to take away my job. Man, most of my job is knowing what to do, but being like, oh, do I really have to like do this? I got to like create all of these new instances, copy over all these API keys, all that kind of BS. Looks like we're getting some errors. What's the error? Still going. Okay, now it's building. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you guys before we like forget it. So this is my main channel, Jason Goodison, and I'm streaming on it right now, but I'm actually not going to do this forever. I'm going to be streaming on Jason Goodison 2, which apparently does not pop up. Here it is. So if you're watching, make sure to go subscribe to this channel, because this is where I'm going to like from now on be doing most of my streams. I'm just kind of doing it on both right now so that people don't miss it. But if you're interested in streams, like, then subscribe to this channel. This is mostly live. There's the one from last night. I'll go over really briefly what we did last night. I showed everyone the product. We built this website, and then we talked shit for a while. This is still deploying. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, let's get back to Vibecoding our new landing page. I'm going to open it in Cursor. Okay. What is it? Is it like home, or it's like, well, let's check layout. Try it yourself. Okay. Well, it did a pretty good job of like breaking it into different files and stuff. In try it yourself, we want to edit this so the example response comes directly after the initial email, and also provide a placeholder email that the users can just click send on instead of making them type from scratch. And the API thing failed. Why did it fail? This is for Redis. the queue stuff is all in Redis. Okay, we're making some progress. Create new service, key value, over deliver, Redis. We'll just do 0 for now. I don't really even know if we need the Redis queue anymore. This was mostly for the other project, so I'm mostly just doing this to get rid of the errors. Okay, now let's take a look at that and we'll see how it looks. Well, where's my terminal? It's on 8080. Yeah, but it should kind of not be there by default. Send reply, that looks pretty good. A little animation too, that's pretty good. I love this, man. Uh-oh, am I frozen? I think I'm frozen. No, I look fine. I don't know why my browser froze over here. No, I'm not frozen. Okay. How many people are watching this? Is there anyone watching it? 22 people. Let's go. It always says that there's one person watching it on Twitch, but I don't know who that would be. My girlfriend's texting me. I'm going to tell her I'm on stream. Okay. If for no other reason, like this instantly or this lovable website with this was awesome. Really cool. Like this email looks incredible. Like with the frosted glass kind of background. If you want a design hack, literally like you want to make your website look nice, introduce like a frosted glass look. For example, my girlfriend built this one. Do I have access on this account? So it's for learning French and it uses like online immersion. So like it basically helps you recreate the living abroad in a different country immersion tactic, but from home. Apparently I don't have lifetime access on my account yet. But like the whole background is frosted glass. All of these is like frosted glass look. It's got videos that you can just watch. It's got AI you can chat with. So if you're looking to learn French, I actually recommend you try this. But what's really cool is that I can click any of these videos, and as I'm playing the video,
Bonjour
the background.
Aujourd'hui,
Man, this thing has been very flaky, but the background should update while the video updates.
Des choses qui sont
Let's see if she changes.
rapides.
Oh, it's broken. I gotta fix that. Anyway, it looks pretty cool. The frosted glass look, in my opinion. Very easy way to make things look good. No. The customer reply and then the I think this maybe is a bit confusing if the AI is having a hard time understanding it. People are going to think that this is AI, which it's actually not. It is not. All right, what's everyone saying? You can't hear what I'm saying? Can people hear me? All right, let's see if apparently it did not change anything. So I don't know why the AI can't seem to figure this out, but that's it. That's all it took. Let me refresh this. This is wrong too. Thank you for your message. This is the response. Sample email. Reply. Sample email. User reply. User reply should default to be the sample email. No, it shouldn't. What am I doing? Clicks, send message. We should add it to the list and disable the chat. We should add it to the list and reset the user input box. I need to be looking at this chat. Are people saying things? I'm losing track. Oh, you couldn't hear me. Man, that stuff keeps happening. I don't know why that happens. I need to figure out how to be a better streamer. This thing still fail. Well, let's redeploy it because now we have the Redis up and running. Oh, shoot. I didn't set the environment. I didn't set the... I can't speak. I didn't set the environment variables on the Redis though. So let me pull that to the side and grab those quickly. And let me reset the one here. Okay. Redeploying now that we have the new Redis up and running. Here we go. Okay. What else do we need to do? We need to finish setting up clerk. I've got the API key set up. I need to set up the webhook, but let's check what the webhook is on the other version. Make sure that we get it right the first time. Configure webhooks. Do I not have one set up here? No way. Okay, I think it's something along the lines of this API, and we're going to say we're going to structure it so that we include the user created. So that should work. Although I think I'm going to need this. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to regenerate that. Okay, rotating it. Done. All right, come back here. I'm checking my environment variables again. Sorry this is so boring. So much of it is environment variable stuff, and I can't show that on screen or else like people could steal it. Okay, that's all done. Yeah, I should get some mods. Well, I actually have some on Discord. Maybe I should ping the Discord and tell everyone like this is where we are. I'm going to message the chat. Let me just pull up the URL of the YouTube video. Is at here a real thing? Shit, I did it. Oh, I did it. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, that's pretty good. That looks good. Hey there. Or deliver response. Thank you for your message. Your previous blah, blah, blah. What would be cool is that if it actually booked the person into the calendar, because man, I really want to book calls with people, right? Let's what are we doing here? Terminal. Changes. All right, let's remove this thing. I don't think this adds any value. Let's change this layout. Index. Try it yourself, right under hero. Instantly reply to emails. Let's say over promise. Over promise, we over deliver. I feel like that should be two separate lines, right? Like other Other AI over, it sounds awkward though. Like we need to figure out how to word that correctly, but you see what I'm trying to say? Bro, during on your beginner days, how many hours you spend coding? Best viewers on Streamboo? The hell is that? Dude, as much time as you can. You know, this is a really good idea. Somebody said in chat, like an app idea for streamers that blocks the environment variables or other private stuff going on in the stream. It's a really good idea. I think that like if it existed, I'm sure someone's tried it. The thing is that before now, it might have been really hard to get that to work because you'd have to like define specifically what applications and what windows in those applications. But with AI, you should be able to describe with text what you want to hide, and then it should be able to figure that out. There's like a whole, there's a few second delay between what I'm saying and you guys hearing it. So that's enough room for you to play with stuff. Let's cook it. Yeah, you should. Honestly, easy dubs. Oh, they pivoted. AI phone translator for calls, messages, and more. These guys used to do translation specifically on like Twitch streams and stuff. It would have been a cool feature idea for them if they decided to, keep doing it. All right, what else are we doing? What are we doing? Let's check how are things coming along. Other AIs, is it other AIs over promise? Or maybe just other AIs over promise. We over deliver. This looks good. Send response. This should just be approved message. This is obviously wrong. This sounds like it's coming from the customer. This response is from us after they said they want to book time on the calendar. Okay. Added in my calendar. I'll send you a calendar invite with the meeting link short and blah, blah, blah. Well, we're going to link this up to my actual backend. So is my over deliver even up and operational? It is. Let's test it so you guys can see what it looks like. Here's one. Click this. It grabs the first email from my Instantly campaign. Instantly, again, is just an email scheduling platform. So like Instantly, I've got campaigns here. You can see, like, here's a test one. Leads, sequences. I can create a sequence and I could be like first email and then hey, how are you? And then if the person doesn't answer within 1 day, we're gonna say, are you there? Let's chat. I don't know, something like that. And then I could just save it. So then you just add leads to it, like, and you get the leads online. Let's say I want to actually connect to this one. Test JSON. All right, save. Oh shit, what did I do now? No values to set. That doesn't seem right. Map update set. Update items by. And the campaign integration repository. Campaign integration repository. Upsert update by. If these, we need to actually check these values. In the check, actually check the object values are the same. What are we doing today? What are we doing today? How's super chat going? Wait, do I have this backwards? Yeah, I do. Hey Jason, how's super chat startup going? Good. Super call. Man, I could have just renamed it to super chat, I guess. That's probably actually a better idea. All right. Okay, now let's try this. Well, let's wait for it to finish deploying. What's up? How's it going, guys? Okay, there we go. We'll save the draft. Still 500. What do we get this time? No values to set. Update items by. No values to set. Ooh, I see. I see. It's a bug. We got to restructure this thing. It's really not ideal the way it currently works. The problem is that it fetches from the backend and it populates all of these tabs, but it doesn't populate them correctly. So then when I click update, it's not populating these ones correctly. I think the integration ones. And so it thinks I'm trying to overwrite the integrations to be null, which I'm obviously not doing. Okay. Now let's say, oh no, I changed this though. To JSON test, connect campaign, and then click save. There we go. Now let's refresh and make sure it's still JSON test. No, it didn't. It didn't freaking work. Man, that really annoys me. Here's the information. Instantly campaign ID. Whoops. Let's add some printing. Oh, you're back. How's it going, guys? What was your day like? While I was sleeping. Remember a video where you said that you were ready to leave SWE after your first 2 co-ops until your MS internship. Did that experience change your mind or other mindset shifts to help with burnout? Oh, I had a really, really bad experience. Parasso, this company. It's based in Toronto. I can't believe it's still around. But I had the worst manager of all time, man. The guy would yell at me all day, every day. I think they're trying to pivot into more like virtual headset stuff now. But they make wireless chipsets. They make gigabit wireless chips. 60 gigahertz wireless chips. And yeah, what? No way. Is it public? I don't think that's it. Anyway, yeah, these guys were... No, it is. Parasso Inc. Wow. Anyway, these guys were really, like, terrible. And I almost thought about quitting, like, software engineering because I was like, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But luckily, I didn't quit. So, all right, I've got to skip this bullshit. Let's get straight to fixing this bug. In the database directly. I'm just going to update the database directly for now. I'll come back to this bug later. I don't have time to fix this bug right now. Do you find any eggs today? No. I live alone in San Francisco. I'm not going trick-or-treating, or not trick-or-treating. I'm not going Easter egg hunting today. I'll tell you that. Which is one? Campaign ID is 14. Because we don't have an integration for this one. That's the bug. Okay. I understand the bug now. 141. Sorry, let me just pull this over here so you guys can see. 14.1 and then but it's clearly pulling something, so where is it pulling it from? That's the question. Oh, this one. Oh, it's here a bunch of times. Oh my god. Oh, we've got a bug here, boys. Oh, there we go. Look at this. We've got a lot of duplicates here. Okay, that's the problem. All right, well, we're going to have to solve this one. You know, I think this is even on my list of things to solve. I kind of already knew this was a problem. Whoa, look at all of them. Every time you click save. All right, let's delete all that. You know what? We're even going to delete this one for now. What the hell happened here? Oh, okay. This is a good step. Let's... You know what? We don't need any of this BS anymore. I have to change this. Where is it? In server? No. Server. It's like index. No, it's not here. Here it is. Sync products for commerce services. Let's just bang. We're also going to have to do this. And that means we're going to have to do this. Why is it bringing me to the wrong place? Like I'm clicking this and it's bringing me somewhere else entirely. Oh, it's a key of this, which is type of this. Okay, well then that should be good. pm types run build. Run the backend. The stream delay is huge. I feel like this is crazy, right? Like I pay for this service called Restream. You think it would be like much better? You think it would be much better at like actually streaming things? It's all they do. Yeah, I don't know. How do you keep track of what needs to be done? Just, well, it depends. Like, Oh, excuse me. On a day-to-day basis, you just do what seems to be the biggest fire that needs to be put out. On a like month-to-month basis, that's really the real question of what startups are. Oh, it's my girlfriend. There she is. She says cute shirt or cool shirt. Not the same. Which IDE am I using? Cursor. You guys use Cursor or Windsurf or VS Code? Oh, this is going to take forever to fix all these issues. Okay. You know what? I'm taking it back. We're going to leave this stuff for now. And instead, what are we going to do instead? We're going to have to make those organizations. We're going to have to make some dummy organizations. What's the other one? VS Code is nowhere. Wait, Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code? Because Visual Studio sucks in my opinion, but Visual Studio Code is respectable. But it's also like, man, these forks are, in my opinion, way better. So you might as well use a fork. I've got to inject this into the database. We've got to connect the database. New server from URL. All right, I'm going to grab the URL and put it in here. Let's grab it over to the DB. I can't show you the DB URL either. Okay, now let's put that in here. Okay, here we go. Now let's make a new org. No, not that. Whoops. This is Nova dummy. We'll come back here. ADO dummy. These are like a bunch of things from the last project that are baked in that you can't really just like hack your way around without ripping out like half the code base. And so I'm just trying to get this to compile. All right. Now, theoretically, if I go back to render, and oh, that's not good enough. I also have to map them to the organization enum. Organization, Innova ADO dummy. Innova ADO. What was the last one? Sorry, Tim. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now theoretically, if I restart this, it might just work. Oh, how do you like Postico? I actually like Postico a lot. Someone introduced it to me a few months ago, and it's got its own quirks. Don't get me wrong, but I really like the feature where I actually pay for it. One time to pay, one-time fee, and then all the production databases I mark as red. Staging is obviously green or yellow, and then obviously local is just green, which means you can edit it, right? Red means don't edit it. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually not too useful. Well, it's hard to use in production if you don't pay for it. What's bro building? We are building, so what we were doing before is called supercall. And basically we do text messages and phone calls to people to sell them products. People call in and they talk to our AI, or they text and they talk to our AI. If I come down to the agents here, you can see I could click like voice and have a conversation with this AI, or I could click the text version and I could have a conversation with this AI. And this AI would like talk to me over WhatsApp or text or whatever. So it lets people like create agents for their company. What we're doing now is we're basically hacking it to work for email and integrating with all the email platforms so that people can book meetings on their calendar through AI. And I've written a lot of the code. We're just trying to get it deployed right now, but man, it's a pain in the ass to get this thing deployed. Yo. Need any help? Yeah, man, always need help. Always need help. All right, what are we doing here? I hope this builds, man. I'm gonna grab a sparkling water. I'll be back in 10 seconds. All right, we're deploying. No, I've done several SaaSes before. So I've done quite a few. Some of them pretty half successful too. We're deploying. We're trying to get a new project up and off the ground. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. This is the project we're deploying. Okay. All right, I'm back, baby. This is good. This is good. It deployed. No way. Did it actually deploy? Okay, it's still deploying. I thought we had it, boys. I thought we were there. Your audio is quite low. Everyone's all over the place with my audio. People say it's too loud. They say it's too low. How's this? Okay. I'm just spinning dials. I have no idea what the dials are doing. How's that? Better? Yeah, I built this whole thing myself. I built a few things myself. I did have help on version 2 of the website, but it looks pretty much the exact same as version 1. This is version 1. You can see the product looks pretty much the exact same. Although I did have some help on this version. And then I added notifications. I added a whole categorization system for calculating why people didn't purchase. You can see all the order information. You can talk to it and say like, hey, what happened in this convo? And the AI will respond. You can also give it directions in real time. Like I could say at direct and then say offer 50% off. And the AI would reach back out to the customer and offer additional stuff, additional like services for 50% off. So a lot of cool stuff. We have inbound and outbound campaigns. We've got analytics. We've got products page. We've got an agents page. And now we're just like simplifying it to work. Okay, we're deployed. We're finally deployed. There we go. We're in business, baby. Now we just need to, well, we've got Redis. We've got the DB. We don't have the worker. Do we need the worker? Yes, but not yet. We don't need the worker yet. What else do we need? Well, let's give this a shiny new domain. Let's add a custom domain. app.api.overdeliver.io. Add a CNAME. Okay. Let's do it. Let's add a CNAME. You think the old UI looks better? Yeah. I'll show you some differences that are actually better. So this was, it says there's a lot of calls ongoing right now. There's not. This is just like abandoned. But this is the old UI. And then you could click on any call and see like what happened in it. So I click on this one, for example. It would load. Then it gives me a summary. It gives me the whole order here on the left. It gives me the client on the right. It gives me the whole conversation on the left. I can ask questions on the right. There's a comment section down here. I feel like this UI was not bad. It never hit its stride though. There's a few things that were wrong with it. Like this was just awkward spacing, right? Like I never was able to configure all the pieces to fit right together. And then version 2 of the product, this is the version that the guy kind of helped me with. I agree, it's not as pretty. Like there's big issues with it. It's too cramped. There's a lot going on. So then I guess you could consider over-deliver to be the third version of this product. And let's take a look at what that looks like. I think it's a little bit nicer, but it might only sit somewhere between version 1 and 2 in terms of how nice it is. Okay, it's still loading, so I think there's a bug. Yeah, I gotta run the server. I also am going to show you Namecheap. Let's manage this project. What is going on here, man? Still starting up. There we go. Starting to click back on now. There we go. Let's refresh. Okay. This is version 3, I guess you could call it. This is specifically for emails. Now, we have a light mode and a dark mode, which you can swap between now. We've got conversations page, which shows all the conversations on the left. It's actually a little bit awkwardly spaced right now. It's because we have a few like invalid rows here because it's a local database and we were messing with stuff. So if I remove all of these, it should space better. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I can click on them and the whole thread pops up on the right. I can see the agent message, the user message. Now all these buttons are kind of up here. I've got the comment button. I can open in full screen. I can pause the AI. And then the draft reply is just set up right here. And then the thing is going to reach out to us over Slack when it has a new message it wants to send. So for example, new email generated for this test account. Here's my recommended reply, blah, blah, blah. And then it would literally just pop up here and I could just click send and the email would actually send out. What library are you using for charts? It was a tough one, man. Charts are really tough. Let's go to package. What am I using? Recharts. Okay, what are we doing here? This is cool. I like this about the new AI too. Like you can see when the agent is taking an action. So the agent is taking an action, get booked meetings, and it even shows what parameters it's setting them with. So for example, let's look at this booked call. We've got the opening message. The user says, when are you free tomorrow? The agent gets the booked meetings and then replies and then says, let's book in at 4 p.m. So then the agent books a meeting with this summary, this duration, this start time, this description, and the attendee emails. So that's pretty cool. Maybe it's a bit hard to see because I'm in the way. So I'm going to bring this over here on the right side a little bit. What model am I using? It depends. We use some different models for different things. We use Gemini for some stuff. We use GPT a lot, GPT 4.0 and GPT 3.4.1 mostly. And then we don't use Claude for that much stuff. We use it for some post analysis of each conversation. But I'm going to start moving a lot of our stuff to Claude, actually, first chance I get. Claude is better at writing stuff than OpenAI. It's better at writing emails. Is it responsive? I don't know. Is what responsive? Like the charts? It's not real time, but it does. Well, it kind of is real time. It fetches like it refetches maybe every few minutes, every 5 minutes ish. Although calculating all the analytics is actually a little bit intense. So that's why we have the Reddit cache, the Redis cache, because whenever somebody does it, it just stores it for 4 to 5 minutes or something, so that whenever somebody loads the website, the analytics are already cached and they just pull them immediately. And theoretically, we could just run a worker job every 5 minutes to just ping that endpoint and recalculate all of the analytics. And that way the website would always feel really, really fast. Okay. What else are we doing here? Let's go to these DNS. We need to change this DNS if we want to connect API to app.overdeliver. Add a CNAME for API pointing to this. All right. I probably shouldn't have showed you guys that, but whatever. CNAME for API pointing to this. All right. All right, that's done. And I will just verify. Hello, how's it going, guys? New people joining the stream. New people joining the stream. Is this what Nang does, by the way? Does anyone here follow Nang? Oh, let me remind everyone. I'm not going to be streaming on this one too much. So come to Jason Goodison 2. Make sure you're subscribed to Jason Goodison 2, because this is where I'm going to start doing all my streaming. Literally, this like streaming on this one is like, it's just once or twice streaming on this channel. I'm only going to stream once or twice to make sure that people can like start to move over, but definitely make sure to move over as soon as possible. I mean, that's if you want to follow these streams. You don't have to. All right, let's verify. Verified. Creating a certificate. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. What are you guys interested in working on and building? Have you guys seen my videos about like, if you build this, I'll hire you? I've got some new ideas that are even better than those ones, I think. So it's doing okay, I guess. I've got some new ideas for YouTube videos or for startups that are, I think, even better than the ones that I just put in this video one day ago, and definitely better than the ones in this video. So, excuse me. Let me know what you guys want to work on, and maybe I'll put one of your ideas into the video. Thanks, man. Any ideas? Here are all the people that have completed the projects, by the way. Any ideas for beginners? Like, complete beginners is tough, because really you should just build like whatever you kind of can build. Like, for example, I always wanted to build video games, but I didn't know anything about like game engines or anything. So I just made like text-based ones, and that was good enough. Tech stack is Node.js on the back end, Postgres, Next.js on the front end. I know that you can use serverless functions in Next.js, but we don't use them. We do everything through the backend, the Node.js backend. Okay, wasn't I deploying something else? What was I trying to deploy? I better deploy something new on Vercel. One sec. Import super call. Let's call this over deliver. In the front end, I'm going to have to update those environment variables. Let's change. I'm going to have to change the branch too. If you have a startup idea, feel free to share it. I'm currently looking for an opportunity to start something while I'm still at university. Well, the first place is to start on my YouTube channel, right? Where I have a bunch of startup ideas there. But the best one that I haven't shared yet, and I'll share for you guys because it's a sneak peek, is let's look at like a normal company, like a YC company. Here's a YC company. They're pretty big. They do voice AI for devs. And there's another one, Vappy. And Bland. Wow, there's a ton of these guys. These guys are all doing pretty well. And here's what's crazy. let's say I had like a customer support issue, right? And I'm like, man, what's going on? It's actually really hard to get in touch with them. They would direct you to the Discord. And on the Discord, look, we've got general, where is it? Support here. So this is their support form. And maybe I would search like, languages or something. Let's just search French and see what comes up. All right, like I'd have to go through them, find support French language all the way back here. This happened a year ago. Now, if I Googled like retail French support, okay, well, I guess they do have a page on it. But the point is, if I had an issue or I wanted to Google something, I wouldn't easily be able to find the threads in their customer support about it because everyone does their customer support over Discord. Why do people do customer support over Discord? I have no idea. But they do their whole customer support over Discord, which makes it really unusable, like really difficult to find. And so nobody ever they have to answer the same question a million times. So really what they should do is they should have a bot that continuously scrapes the Discord and then like makes pages on their website that relate to every single question. That way, when someone Googles something like, hey, retail French support, they're like, this thread should come up. Why doesn't this thread come up? Like, why do none of these threads come up? They should, because it's free publicity. It's free, it's getting your startup's name out there. If someone Googles like voice AI French, what if this support thread came up? It's free SEO and no one's using it. And they have to answer the same questions a million times. So I would build a bot that scrapes Discord and then builds a website for them that they can easily deploy on their URL. Maybe something like, discord.vappy.com or discord.retail.com. They just get a subdomain where they get the website. That's basically the Discord copied over. And you don't even have to let people interact on the website. You just have to copy the information from Discord. If they really want to interact, they can make a Discord account. But I think it's a really easy company to get started. And I recommend, I think that you could reach out to all of these companies and you could sell them pretty easily. And how would you reach out to these companies? You would literally go to Apollo and you would look for all startups, tech startups. So I would come to companies here, keywords, information technology and services. Maybe I'd want to filter for stage. No, not stage. Funding. Series A, B, C, D. Maybe even seed companies. Toss in seed companies too. Look at all these companies. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to, I always forget how to do this. I think I do this, select all, apply. I can't select all. 10,000 selected, 10,000 companies selected. Look at that. 19,000 in total. And I could also filter it down to America too if I wanted to be extra cautious. Look at all these companies like Hugging Face, Docker. These guys have Discords for no reason. And then what we're going to say is find people. And this is going to bring us, look, select 5,000. Don't select 20,000. Then that will bring you over to the people tab and it will give you all the people at that company. And then what you would do is select like the job title that you think would link up to that. Like, I don't know, like customer experience, executive, something like this. Like come up with a few different titles that you think match that. And then look, you've got vice president of customer experience at all these companies. These seem like reasonable people to reach out to. And then I would grab them, select this page, apply, get all of them. Then I would come to instantly, and I would log in. I would buy a few domains, buy a few emails that you think would. It's really common. Yeah, it's really common for people to do their customer support through Discord. Because think about it. Why would they not, right? Like, why would they rebuild an entire form just for their website? They're going to use a pre-built form if they want it to be public, right? So any of these dev companies are going to do this. Like, look at all these. These are all Clerk, Electron, Expo. Look. These are companies you could reach out to. Literally anyone that's in this list. Llama Index, Asternity, Prisma, Electron, Clerk. Look at that. Any of these companies would I bet buy this. So then you come in here and you create a new email account. You can either buy a pre-warmed one, or you can buy just like a Gmail. Come in here, Google, say something like, I don't know, Discord-bot or something. They're going to find domains for you. Now, these are not domains for your website. These are domains for your emails. And you're going to want a bunch of emails to email from so that your email doesn't get burned and then all your emails start ending up in spam. So blah, 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 blah. Click a bunch of these, buy a bunch of them, then come back and then let them warm. So you have to wait for about maybe 2 weeks, and you let these emails all email each other. And then Gmail starts to think, oh, these are real people. And you're like, great. And then once they're warm, then you come over here and start a campaign, create a new campaign, call it like, I don't know, DevCos. You could call it like Series A. You could break them up by a different funding level. You add all the leads that we got from Apollo. Then you create a sequence like your customer support tickets could be used for SEO. I don't know. Like, say something you think is going to actually, like, they would respond to. And then you make an email, blah, blah, blah. And then you launch the campaign. And if you ever get big enough, then you also plug in this new product we're building right now, Overdeliver, because Overdeliver would automatically respond to them and book them into your calendar. And then you meet them on the phone and you say, hey, we charge $100 a month, and we copy over your entire Discord. We sync it once every 10 minutes or once a day or something. And we basically help SEO on every single customer support ticket and every single thread on your Discord. It's just good data sitting there. Why is it locked behind a login experience? Why would you lock it behind a login experience? That's the dumbest thing of all time. And they're going to say, you're right, that is really fucking stupid. And then they're going to buy it. You could probably actually sell it too. You could start selling this to customers, like not just use it in a hackathon, but you're welcome to use it. I think it's a good idea. In fact, if you're at a hackathon, you could probably get people at the hackathon, like some of the sponsors, you could probably get them as customers. The build command. What's my build command? Let me grab my build command from the other one. Settings. Well, build command is just this. Install command is also a little bit intense. So there's some other idea, like I'm glad you guys like that idea. We're just scratching the surface of ideas here. There's a ton of ideas. in these videos. Let's see which ones are the most interesting. So console.txt, this is one of my favorite like ideas of all time. So literally create a Git repo called console.txt, override the console log, the console object to include a .text function, buffer all the text messages, send them to your backend service, actually text people whenever the line is hit, and or call them, basically wake them up. It's basically PagerDuty and Datadog in one platform. And you have to call it console.txt, and you have to override the console object. You can't just make a new package. Why is that so important? Because part of the marketing strategy is getting people riled up about this. You know, on Twitter, everyone would go crazy. Oh, you shouldn't override console log and then, or console text, the console object. And then the other half of people would go, what? Why not? Like, it's kind of a cool idea as long as they do it right. And then they would all fight each other, and then they would all learn about your product. That's my theory. I'm getting a phone call. I'll answer it in a minute. Okay, guys, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I'm going to take a break, but I will come back and stream again in probably like an hour or two. Call it 2 hours. Let's take a 2 hour break. If you guys are still around, let's hang out more. Oh shit, I'm accidentally showing my WhatsApp. Let's hang out more. And the product is not deployed yet. It's almost deployed. It's pretty much there. It's still deploying right now. But we also need to launch this. We need to come up with some marketing strategies. We need to get this actually out there into people's hands. So, all right. Talk to you later. 1 second. Hey, 1 second.